यतो हस्तो स्ततो दृष्टि, यतो दृष्टि स्ततो मनः, यतो मनः स्ततो भाव, यतो भाव स्ततो रसा.
Natyakriti. Natyakriti intends to collaborate the leading exponents of Indian classical dance. Today's program, Natyakriti would unfold the various layers of Abhinaya.
Indian classical dances are as diverse as Indian culture. It is hard to say when the rise of dance came, but the tradition of dance in India is coming from the era of the era.
In India, different types of dance have been born and glorified the country. Today, we are quite fortunate to have with us the eminent gurus who had already attained their superiority and aesthetic artistic excellence. Today's concept of Natyakriti, curated by Rudrava, will enrich the Indian culture and heritage by raising the Abhinaya. Abhinaya, the expressions that come out in the form of emotions.
Now let's start waging the evening by demonstrations of the dancing stalwart Guru Padma Bhushan Dr. SAROJA VAIDYANATHAN, Guru Vidushi PRITI PATEL and Guru Vidushi MADHUMITA.
Namaskar. Natyakriti, an intense desire of Abhinaya. Today I would like to start with the concept of Abhinaya. Why do you do Abhinaya, or what is the purpose of Abhinaya in Katha? The main purpose is representing or expressing a song or poem with facial expressions and with the codified hand movements and body movements. Everybody has different feelings regarding one song or one poem. So maybe one song, it can be described or expressed in different ways by different dancers, keeping the meaning, the feeling and the content of the song or poem. Abhinaya is the art of experience in Indian aesthetics. More accurately, it means leading an audience towards the experience of a sentiment. The concept derived or arrived from Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra is used as integral part of all Indian classical dance forms. There are 4 types of Abhinaya: Angika Abhinaya, Vachika Abhinaya, Ahariya and Satvik. In Angika Abhinaya, the Anga Bhava, which represents physical richness to emotional experience, are rendered in stage presentation, stage performance through the physical manifestation of the body. Angika Abhinaya is shown by the movements of the limbs, that is Angas, Pratyangas, Upangas. It depends on the gestures of the hands, eyes, neck and along with the whole body. But in Angika Abhinaya also, facial expression is very important. In case of Vachika Abhinaya, we express our emotions with the song or a poem. Usually we use lyrical or narrative poetry, that is maybe a song, maybe a poetry, which takes an audience the experience of an emotion or sentiment. In case of Aharya, we express Aharya Abhinaya. It includes the decoration of the body by means it makeup and costumes. मीन्स पात्र के अनुसार मेकअप करना और ड्रेसअप करना. जैसे स्टेज में अगर राम, सीता, कृष्ण, राधा जैसे कैरेक्टर को डांसर निभा रहे हैं, उसी के हिसाब से उसका ड्रेसअप और उसका कॉस्ट्यूम और मेकअप होगा. इसको आर्य अभिनय के हिसाब से लिखा जाता है. स्वात्विक अभिनय, we use Swatika Abhinaya when we express our emotions with Swatik emotion. In that Abhinaya, facial expression takes a major part. We usually use that Abhinaya when we want to express or want to show the feeling of motionlessness, perspiration, or a state of being horrified, etc. But Abhinaya is not only integral to Thumri, Ghazal, Bhajan or Gadbhav, etc. But it is essential in our pure dance portion, that is Nritya part 2. Because without Abhinaya or Rasa, Nritya is not a Nritya at all. Rashin Nritya, Nritya nahi hota. In every song or every Abhinaya has Sthai Bhava and Sanchari Bhava. Sthai Bhava means the permanent emotion in a song, and Sanchari Bhava are light and fleeting emotions that serve to strengthen the Sthai Bhava, that is permanent emotion in a song. It is an expansion and extension of Sthai Bhava. Today, I would like to show a little bit of Angika Abhinaya. Angika Abhinaya. This is Angika Abhinaya. And I take one line of a Thumri written by Pandit Medadil Maharaj Ji to show Sthai Bhava and Sanchari Bhava. कैसे के जाऊं शाम roke dagariya. How will I go as Krishna is blocking my way? Radha is asking her Sakhis, कैसे के जाऊं शाम रोके डगरिया. But in Sanchari Bhava, I try to portray two characters over here. One is of Mother Yashoda and other is of Radha. When we express a motherly emotion or when we try to demonstrate mother's affection, mother's love towards her child, then the bhava will be Vatsalya rasa, which is in Sringar rasa. But in case of Radha, who was his beloved, in that case, when we portray Radha's character, it's again Sringar rasa, but bhava will be Rati bhava. So I'll take कैसे के जाऊं शाम रोके डगरिया. And a very good singer, Kaveri Datta Majumdar, she has sung for me. I requested her because it's a lockdown period, so I'm not getting any musician over here, and I just requested her and she has sung for me.
Namaskar. I am really honored that I have been invited today to speak on the subject of Abhinaya in our classical dance styles. And I thank Rudrava Niyogi for asking me to do this. Abhinaya or expression is most important in dance. Any dance, whether it is classical dance or it is folk dance or any dance of the world. How can we dance without expression? Dance is an expression of joy, of sorrow. It's a release. So expression, Abhinaya and dance go hand in hand. They cannot be separated. And we also see expression in the other art forms. We see expression in music, we see expression in art, in visual arts, in anything which is creative, we see expression. And therefore, for me, I cannot separate Abhinaya or expression from dance. It is very integrated. Now, we see that in every dance form, the expression or the Abhinaya vary in degrees. You have it is very beautifully developed in Kathakali, in Bharatanatyam, in Odissi, Kathak, in every dance form. And even in Manipuri dance form, we have this very beautiful rendition of Abhinaya. But it is very subdued, very eloquent, and it is very soft. The Abhinaya in Manipuri dance is very soft, very eloquent, and very subdued. We Manipuri dancers express our Abhinaya through the whole body. It is not just the eyes or the nose or the hand gestures, it is the whole body which will express Abhinaya. Now, the origin of Manipuri dance goes back to thousands of years. It was before 33 AD in some manuscripts which we have found that there was this dance form which existed in the festival of Laiharauba, which was worshipping the spirits, the ancestors, the nature through dance. So our first or our roots are in the dances of Laiharauba. In Laiharauba, we have this very, very important aspect or the important part which is called Anoi Rol. Anoi means dance and Rol means language, the language of the dance. And in this Anoi Rol, we have the reenaction or we reenact the process of creation of earth, creation of the body, the description of various activities of man like weaving the cloth, making of the house, etc., which is done through the various hand gestures and of course, as I said, through the whole body. There are 364 hand gestures. There are single hand gestures, double hand gestures, which will describe or reenact or express the beautiful dances of creation. Today I would like to first show you the root form, the dances of Abhinaya or the expression Anoi Rol in Laiharauba, and then how it became stylized in the Ras Leela. So Ras Leela is a young form. It only came about in the 18th century, in 1779, when Raja Bhagyachandra first had the Ras Leela performed in the temple of Govindaji in Manipur. So let me show you some of the hand gestures which will express the creation of the body, and some hand gestures which will express or describe the weaving of the cloth. First, I will show you some of the hand gestures from Hapchang Sava, the creation of the body. From SAROJA, the art of weaving. Dance style of Manipur became very stylized in the Ras Leela. So the root forms were in the Daiharawa, dances of Daiharawa, and from here, when the gurus incorporated these hand gestures and the dance technique in the Ras Leela, it became very stylized and classical. And now a small excerpt from Kavi Jayadeva's Geet Govinda, where Krishna is in Leela with the gopis.
Hari Riha Mudhava Dhuni Kare Bilashini Vilasati Keli Pare Hari Riha Mudhava Dhuni Kare Chandana Charchit Neela Kalevar Pita Vasana Vanama Ali Keli Chalal Mani Kundala Mandita Gandha Yugar Smith Shali Hari Riha Mudhava Dhuni Chandana Charchit Neela Kalevar Chandana Charchit Neela Kalevar नील कलेबर पीत वसन बनमाली चंदन चर्चित नील कलेबर पीत वसन बनमाली केली चलन मणि कुंडल मंडित गंधयुगस्मित सारी केली चलन मणि कुंडल मंडित गंधयुगस्मित सारी चंदन चर्चित नील कलेबर पीत वसन बनमाली केली चलन मणि कुंडल मंडित गंधयुग स्मित शाली हरिहा
In Manipuri dance, the expression of the Abhinaya is through the whole body. The predominant rasa is the Bhakti rasa. Of course, there is Shringar, but the predominant is Bhakti rasa because Manipuri dance is a form of worship even today in the temples of Manipur. And also, our gurus have very beautifully composed items and dance pieces on the Naika Veda, which is also very beautifully done. But whether it is Shringar or Karun, it is all through the whole body and very soft, very lyrical and very eloquent. There is a lot to be said and lot to be shown, and maybe next time I can show more of the Abhinaya, but for today, just a very short introduction from the Abhinaya of the root form of the Nayarava to the Rasdila. And again, I thank Rudrava for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar. I am Dr. SAROJA VAIDYANATHAN, Padma Bhushan awardee and Bharatanatyam exponent. Now I am going to explain to you one of the aspects of Bharatanatyam, Abhinaya part. First of all, we should know what is Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam is one of the classical dances of India. Bhava Ragata, Bhava Ragatala. Expression, bhava, raga, melody, and tala is rhythm. The combination of the three is Bharatanatyam. Now I am going to take Abhinaya part. Bhava. What is Abhinaya? Abhinaya, the expression, what you show. Expression. There are varieties of expressions. In everyday life, you are expressing different kinds of moods, different kinds of your feelings. There is bhava and rasa. What is the difference between bhava and rasa? Bhava is what you are showing. Rasa was your feeling. So bhava is done by the dancers. You show the expression through your major limbs and minor limbs. Shirobeda, the minor limbs, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, and the eyeballs, and the nose, and the cheek, and the lips, and the teeth, even the tongue, all these minor limbs. With the Shirobeda, with the Griva Veda, and whole major limbs. Without the major limbs, you can't show only through the Shirobeda of minor limbs. Suppose if you want to call somebody, you can't say come. You can say come. You can say come. You come here. I don't want to see you. No, go out. Namaskar. Aiye. All these expressions, it's through your body and your face. How many expressions you have? lot. Natya Shastra, there's a big chapter for that. But I am going to tell you in detail, in very brief detail, of Navarasa. What is Navarasa? 9 expressions, 9 kind of expressions you show when you are dancing. The first is Shringara. Shringara is love, the romance, the beauty of the atmosphere. It is Shringara. Veera, raise your eyebrows. How to act? Shringara, very soft face. Veera, you have to raise your eyebrows and be very majestic face. Veera, bravery. Karunya, the love. Your face is so soft. The affection of the pets, of the baby, or the kind you show towards. That is Karunya, the kind. Ashcharya, surprise. You are surprised to see something. You are surprised to get something. You're shocked hearing some bad news. 2 kinds of surprise. One is with happiness, one is sadness. Oh, I never expected this. This happened. This is surprise. Then comes Bhaya. The fear of seeing something, the fear of hearing something, the fear of seeing something. Fear, it's a fear. Then comes hatred. You hate. Rebel. I don't want to see you. Oh, this place is so dirty. Oh, I don't want to even enter your house. This hatred of showing your unwillingness. Then comes Raudra, the anger. Angry. Your eyes and your face become rigid and your eyes become so big and it's anger. Then comes Hasya, laughter. Yes, laughter has many kinds. Only just smile as you do it in Shringar. You just smile. Yes, another is friends. You giggle with them. You are happy. You are showing your happy face. You are laughing. That is one love. Then the wicked laugh. The wicked laugh. Then comes the last is Shanta. The peace, the meditation, the tapasya. These are the fundamental expressions of showing. But each one has its own varieties. As I told you, in laughter there are so many varieties. In Shringar, Ashtanayika, the 8 heroines. So in Natya Shastra it was very well written what kind of heroines show their Shringar. So these are all Abhinaya. But Abhinaya can't be shown without the music. Music raga in Indian ragas. We have Hindustani ragas and Carnatic ragas. The style, Hindustani style and Carnatic style. Each one we can show the bhavam with the concerned ragas. It has concerned ragas. Each raga has the feeling. There are morning ragas, evening ragas, night ragas for sleeping, for getting up, for mourning, for happy occasions. You have ragas, different ragas. For Shringara, you can take Vasanta or Kalyani. Sare Gama Pada Nisa Sanida Pomagare. The blossoming, the flower, the bee. Na 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 na. You can hear the music, different kind of music for bravery. Na 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 na. You can take Sahana. You can take Mukhari. Beautiful ragas you can take for Shringara. Sare ga pa da sa, sa da pa ga re sa. Sare ga pa da sa, sa re ga, ga re sa da pa ga re sa. Mohanam. You can take Amsutve. You can take beautiful ragas for different. So the raga is also, the melody also plays a lot of this place in Navarasa. These Navarasas goes with dance and music. So this is a brief explanation of Abhinaya. So thank you very much. Jai Hind.